So let's just get straight into the tea on Noah and this flood, right? So Adam and Eve are now kicked out of the garden to live in Eden. Cain got kicked out of Eden to live east in Nod. He built a city, had a family. They were rebellious, they were evil. And over in Eden, we got Seth and his kids who are worshiping the Lord. So fast forward about 1,500 years. 10 generations passed by since Adam, and the earth was getting full because everybody was getting it in, having babies after babies after babies. And so things started to go left, and everybody just started doing what they wanted to do. Things had gotten so bad that even the angels that were sent down to watch the humans were corrupt. So let me preface this right. Some people don't accept what I'm about to say, but it kind of goes along with other scriptures, so we just gonna go with that. So these angels, they were supposedly called the Watchers, and they started looking at the women and they started feeling things. So I don't know if they just had game like that, or they were manipulating the women spiritually, or what, but these angels started taking these human women and they started taking them as wives, and they started having kids with them. I don't know how, but they did. And the kids came out to be like these evil giants called the Nephilim, allegedly. So God, seeing all this pure evilness in everyone's hearts and mind, and knowing it wasn't about to stop, he was legit grieving. He was like hurt. He was so hurt that he regretted even making humans in the first place. And he was like, nah, so I'm gonna give y'all 120 years and it's over with. He didn't tell them that. He was just thinking to himself, like, in 120 years I'm wiping all of y'all out. And so there was this dude named Noah, though. He was like 500 at the time, and he found favor in God's heart. He was like a righteous man. He ain't really participate in none of the foolishness that was going on. And God was like, okay, I can work with him. So God came to Noah and he was like, listen, I made my decision, and it's alright for these people. These people are evil in their hearts and they are not going to change. And they ruined the earth that I created. So I'm taking it back to the beginning. And I'm letting the flood waters encompass the whole land. And everybody's going to be alive. Everybody is going to be unalive. Even the animals. Except for you and your family and the animals that I choose to save. So he was like, here's what I need you to do, Noah. So he gave Noah the exact blueprint to build this huge box that was going to house him, his wife, his 3 sons and their wives, and then all of the pairs of animals. So it took Noah a hot minute to build this ark, this boat, box, whatever it was, to the exact instructions that God gave him. It was like 100 years. So when he finished, God was like, okay, start getting your family and all the animals together and go into the ark, because in 7 days it's going down. And Noah was like, bet. So he got all his family and the animals, and they went into the ark, and God closed the door and sealed it behind them. As soon as that door got sealed, the bottom fell out. Like the floodgates of heavens was wide open, and it rained and rained and rained and did not stop for 40 days and 40 nights. Water was coming from the skies above, from the depths of the ocean. The water got so high, it covered the mountains, it covered the highest trees, and it remained flooded like that for like 5 months. Like just still water, like just sitting there for 5 months. At the end of the 5 months, God caused the wind that caused the water to recede a little bit. And so the ark finally rested upon like the top of a mountain. And then the waters kept receding little by little. And finally Noah could see the top of the mountain through the window. So he still had to wait, but he sent like birds out there to like see how dry the land was, and they came back, and like he still had to wait because it wasn't completely dry. But it was kind of pointless anyway, because he still had to wait on God to open the door, because I mean, if God sealed the door, how you gonna get out? You can't just open the door. But anyway, God finally was like, all right, it's time for y'all to come on out. And so Noah was so grateful to be off that boat and still alive, I guess. His first act was to build an altar and make burnt offerings to God. And when God smelled the aroma of that tomahawk steak, it was like a whole Brazilian steakhouse over there. Like, God was pleased. But even though he was pleased with Noah and the offering, he knew it wasn't going to last. Foreshadowing. God said to himself, like, he was like, he's not doing this again. And he's not going to curse the ground anymore. And he's not going to destroy all living things anymore, like he just did, because he knows the inclination of the human heart is evil. And as long as the earth endures, basically, he was just going to let nature take its course for the most part. So then he blessed Noah, he blessed his sons. And just like Adam, he was like, be fruitful and multiply. But this time he told them like to fill the entire earth, or like populate the entire earth, like spread out and populate. And he also gave them dominion over the animals. And he was like, guess what, y'all? Y'all ain't even got to be vegan no more. You can eat these animals, but just don't kill these humans. Because, you know, humans are made after my own image still. And, you know, he was like, spirit came before for taking a life. But he was like, now it's a life for life, because he still had hope for a partnership with this creation that he made in his own image. And then he made a covenant with them and the animals, and that he wouldn't flood the entire earth again and unlive everyone. And as a reminder of the covenant between God and the earth, he made a rainbow. So whenever people would see the rainbow in the sky, they should remember that his everlasting promise that he made with humanity. So guys, whenever you see a rainbow in the sky, just remember that God loves you. You know, he has grace. And even though people try to make God seem like a bully, he's not a bully. Like, he gave these people years, hundreds and hundreds of years to get it right. And like, it was evil. But he was like, I'm not even going to do that no more. I'm going to just let y'all do what y'all do. But, you know, I'm still God. So anyway, thank y'all for watching. Love you guys. See you next time.